Yo, what's up with y'all, man? Today I'm coming at y'all with a low fade tutorial. Gonna walk y'all through this easy step by step. What you want to do first is lever open, no guard, and just create your first guideline. I like to create my guidelines like this to keep it low. Make sure I don't make it like a mid fade or a high fade. And you just have more control of the whole haircut whenever setting in your first guidelines. I hope everybody's doing good, man. I took a little break from posting long form videos, but I'm coming back, coming back stronger than ever. And I'm just going to bring out some content, you know what I mean? And what you want to do is you want to make sure on both sides is equal, it's parallel to each other. You don't want it lopsided. You don't want your fade to come out a little wonky, you feel me? All right, after I created my space for my first guideline, I closed the lever all the way, and I just kind of cut the guideline in half, making sure I don't take it up all the way, but just enough to see a little gradiency at the bottom. And you want to open your clipper one notch open, and you just bump up that line all the way out. This should take everything out so you can move on to the next step. All right, now you want to clap. Now you want to slap on your half guard one notch open and just kind of flick up about half an inch. You're not really digging in. You're just kind of creating another section so your gradiency can come out more blurry so you can start off in your next section. All right, here you're gonna see me close my clipper all the way closed with the half guard still on, and I'm just attacking that line that I created with the one notch open. I'm not really going all the way up, but I'm just really focusing on the line that I can see. Man, it's all about consistency, man. It's all about consistency in your haircut. It's all about consistency in your life, man. Anything that you're struggling with or anything that you want to do, consistency will beat, hard work any day. Well, hard work is basically consistency, so it's doing the same thing, but you know what I mean. You just got to keep going at it, no matter if you feel like doing it, no matter if you feel like it's going to work. Just keep at it, man. I never met somebody that failed at doing something that they want to do, man. And then you see me, I take off my half guard and I just kind of go halfway on the clipper and I just take out any dark spots I see. You can see I kind of lever play in the area, opening, closing, putting one notch open, two notches open, and just kind of making sure it's like a smooth transition throughout the haircut. All right, once you're satisfied how the blend looks at the bottom, you want to slap on your 1.5 guard all the way closed and just kind of using the boot of the clipper and kind of flicking up to create your next guideline. You don't want to create too much of a harsh line, just enough to where you're going to put your half guard later in your next step. As I'm flicking up with the 1.5 close, you see me switch all the way open, and I'm just kind of making a smoother transition to the rest of the haircut. I'm not creating necessarily a guideline with this step. I'm just kind of making sure all the hairs are at the same length inside my fade so it doesn't come out too choppy. You always want to make sure before you put in your blend, you want to make sure all the hairs are at the same length. You don't want any darker spots, lighter spots. So right now I'm just basically kind of getting everything to one length. And whenever I'm satisfied, whenever I'm satisfied of how like the gradiency looks, I'll take out that last line and the blend will come all together. You don't want to rush any part of this process, any part of your haircuts, honestly, if you want it to come out good. Just take your time and trust the process, and everything will come out perfectly as you planned. All right, this is when the magic happens. You want to slap on that half guard all the way open, and you want to corner work all your way around the hair. You want to remove the line inside. You don't want to dig up. You basically don't want to use the entire clipper, like the teeth of the blade. You just kind of want to corner work your way around, remove any like clumps of hairs you see in between the gradient, see the 1.5 guard, and just kind of watch the blend come together, man. What I like to do too is I like to kind of look away from the haircut or look on the other side of the head and then go back to the side where I'm detailing. And I feel like you can see any imperfections or any spots you may have missed whenever you're focused too hard on it for the first time. All right, to connect the blend to the rest of the hair, I like to use thinning shears with my tapered comb, and I just like to detail anything with my scissors. You could use a clipper, like a 1.5 guard, to detail, but I like to get real surgical with it. So, I grab my thinning shears and I kind of detail. You see me kind of picking at any dark spots I see, making sure I'm combing the hair down. And I feel like thinning shears kind of gives you like training wheels. You could use the regular shears, but I feel like you got to be real precise with that. So you always want to detail your work. I feel like me personally, a 1.5 or any kind of guard wouldn't be able to get, what I'm trying to get. So I just kind of go back to the old school days and just kind of start fading with the shears. Repeat the same exact step on the other side of the head, making sure you take your time using the corner of the blade. Don't take up the clipper too much higher because you will make a bald spot, but I feel like if you just corner your clipper and just use a half guard and have a feel for the hair, you'll be good. Make sure you bought out any hairs you see or that you left behind, and making sure it's just a nice clean fade at the end, man. Always detail your work, man. This is what separates your cuts from looking like everybody else's. That little extra push that you put, that you give for your haircuts, man, it definitely shows at the end of this cut whenever you, detail however you want to do it, man. But as we're approaching the end of this cut, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you for giving me y'all's time and, watching my videos thoroughly and following my tutorials. Make sure y'all comment down below, man. Let me know what steps y'all take, what steps I messed up on. I just trying to, expand my knowledge out here. But you already know the deal with me, keeping y'all fresh out here. Make sure y'all tune in for the next video.